shit, we're back, dude. Joel, we're back. We're back in the studio after a month hiatus. We've had one episode release. And now we're gonna have
release it, right?
Yeah, dude. But
out of the layer.
And now we got YouTube video in the fucking studio now, dude.
No
we're gonna be
shit,
releasing videos on YouTube and shit.
Dude, hell yeah, we got a
We're
new
coming
guest
up,
today,
dude.
man.
And we have a new guest, dude. Who do we have on the studio tonight?
We got Sir Don, Mr. Mystic. Mystic Misfit.
Oh, shit. Already fucking his name up, dude.
I said Mr. Mystic.
Mr. Mystic.
That was actually on my Starbucks drink the other day, kind of coincidentally.
Oh, shit.
Mr.
Mystic.
Welcome to Studio Bean, man. Welcome.
Peace. Thank you.
Damn, bro. You just got back from tour, dude.
Woohoo!
Let's start from right there.
Shit, dude.
Blessed, man. Really blessed. I was invited by my friend Young Solomon to hop on his RV and run it up across 5 or 6 different states, all states besides Utah, that I have never been to before. So that was definitely a life-changing experience. It was me, Young Solomon, another local artist named Lil Lumi, and then we had Mason Brooks following us around in his Sprinter van doing videography and kind of capturing the moments. Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
dope.
it was 3 artists? Three
Yes,
artists,
sir.
right?
3 artists.
Nice.
And what came about this? Like, was it just like you guys just decided, like, say, fuck it, we're just gonna jump in a Sprinter van and do a bunch of pop-up shows around the fucking states?
Yeah, so this is something that Mason, Young Solomon, and his partner, Seventh Letter, did last summer. They'd filmed like their California Days music video on their way during the tour, and kind of did this a similar idea, hitting up different, pockets of like mass consciousness where you got like skate parks, you got like baseball games, you got like tailgating, different kind of like entertainment venues and stuff like that.
A bunch of pop-up shows.
So it's just a bunch of areas there was like where you found like there's gonna be a bunch of foot traffic basically, dude, and like a bunch of people just minding their own business, and then you guys were just gonna show up on a fucking RV, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys were like performing on top of the RV.
Yeah, for some it was a learning curve for sure. Like for some places we'd pull up with the RV, and then for some places we'd park the RV and then bring the gear out. But about 3/4 of the way through the tour, we had the idea. Young Solomon had the idea and was just like, bro, what if we put the speakers like in the windows of the RV? And they kind of just like stood them up, opened up the windows, and then that way, it's because in Chicago in particular, we popped up like 3 times trying to just do it and like setting up the speakers and like one song in type. It was like people were noticing, and then cops were like telling us to take it down. So at that point, we were getting kind of frustrated, and we are just like, let's just pull up with the car, open up the windows, and then it's just focus on performance as opposed to like lifting or anything like that.
What you guys should have done was like like basically ghost riding all around like Chicago, just like, with the windows open, just fucking in one of you each, just like, because I'm pretty sure the RV has a little top that you can like climb up through to like stand up to the top, right?
Yeah.
So like the little escape hatch, right? So what you guys should have done was like put the speakers in the windows and then just mob through like all the Chicago downtown traffic, just performing on top of it. Basically been like fucking Bad Bunny. Basically been like your guys' own Bad Bunny tour. You know what he did with fucking like?
I'm not familiar, no.
Yeah, like so in New York, I think he fucking like performed on top of a bus, just roaming throughout of all of New York, just performing all his hit single, like all of his music throughout of New York, just on top of a bus by himself, just performing, getting into it. That's what you guys should have done.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Dope.
That guy probably threw some thousands at that.
Oh, definitely.
That's a big difference, though.
Yeah, but like that would have been sick.
Yeah.
That would have been hella sick.
Oh, yeah.
That, like if you guys would have stopped, just jump down just jump down real quick and then like close everything up and like, like that.
A lot of feedback that we got from it was just like people feel like that idea of going out there and just like playing your music for people, like I guess without like the idea of like you need to get like signed or like go on tour, you know what I mean? Kind of like that idea or like that the fantasy that comes behind going on tour, you know what I mean? As opposed to like thinking of it as like an opportunity to go and like guerrilla market yourself, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, in front of these like groups of people that wouldn't have known you existed until you were there, you know?
For sure.
I bet you guys got a shit ton of followers because of that, dude.
It was we were chasing ourselves to do like 10 a day.
Yeah, 10 a day, just drive up to a random park and just perform, dip out.
Hit the next one, yeah.
That's dope.
That's good though. 10 a day. I mean, that's just like physical traffic,
and
then from there, once they start following you more, like it all adds up.
For sure.
That's like stand-up comics when they try to do like 4 shows a night.
Wow.
Like we try to like fucking go to like 4 different stand-up shows a night and like try to grind it out. Just trying to get as much stage time. Yeah, just try to whore ourselves out and try to get as much stage time as possible, dude. But it's dope. That's sick, dude.
It's the way to do it, though, man. Like you said, it's like guerrilla style, and you throw yourself right in the flame, like whether you're ready or not, or like whether you have the money or funding. It's just like just going and doing it. You know, really, that's the way to do it for sure.
Absolutely.
Yourself
Absolutely.
right in the trenches.
Seize
man.
the moment.
In
Seize
the
the moment.
trenches, dog.
In the trenches, man.
That's how we.
So on your music career, man, how'd you start, bro? Like, what's your fucking comic book background story?
What's your superhero?
Yeah.
Your superhero origin.
Yeah. What's your origin story, dude?
Yeah.
Music's always kind of been around, whether like let's like say elementary school. Like let's say like my dad. Even before that, you know, my dad creates reggae music and has always been kind of around.
What's he play? Guitar, drums, bass?
He does vocal. He's a vocalist, and he kind of makes his solo act.
Oh, okay.
And makes his own music videos and stuff like
Shout him
that.
out.
Nature McCunnin. Look him up on YouTube.
Look him
Spotify, streaming on all platforms.
Oh shit! So it's like a family
Reggaeville.
business type thing, dude. Like both your dad was in it, so it's like
Have you guys collabed yet?
No.
Oh,
Believe it or
shit,
not,
that would
believe
be
it or not.
that would be hard.
Damn.
like,
I've got some
collab.
ideas trying
Yeah.
to make it happen the right way, though, you know, but
Okay.
that's also maybe just like
Yeah.
limiting, but like, nah.
Yeah.
Is he just like not into? He's like nah.
Nah, he'd
No,
totally
okay.
be down. I feel like it's just a lack of action at this point. Just got to do it now, you know. But
Okay.
There's always time for it. So you started out, and your dad was the one who kind of might have influenced you into
for
it.
sure, subconsciously, like in it, and like being around the studio environment definitely got me like familiar once I started doing it myself. But when I was like 19, 18, was like freestyling with the homies in like my backyard. We would smoke and just kind of like kick it and listen to beats, and that's kind of like we'd all just like go around, have fun. And it turned into that and writing in high school. And then I got the opportunity to go trim up in Humboldt when I was still living in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there, and I guess I was just like, I was in an environment where like I couldn't really connect with anybody that was around me.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like isolated in that way, and was just listening to like Flatbush Zombies, Kid Cudi, Mac Miller, Domo Genesis, and all these kind of like people. As I was like listening to them, I was just kind of like listening to their stories and just seeing how I guess I was in a position where I knew that I didn't want to go to Dixie State and like study business and marketing, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like listening to them and listening to their stories, and was kind of inspired to like, I was like, these guys just are kind of just guys who like did it, spoke it, and like took action. And so that was really inspiring. And like, that's when I kind of like solidified the path, like, all right, I'm going to do this, and I took the bag after I was done trimming and kind of manifested the studio equipment. And I'm still using the microphone that I like bought.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Type shit. So
Where are you originally from?
yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised,
Vegas,
19
okay.
years.
So Las Vegas, and then you got an opportunity to go to Humboldt, you said?
Yeah, that was through a family friend, and I didn't live in California until probably a short time after. My mom got a boyfriend, and they moved up into Rohnert Park, and when she got settled, she invited me and my brother out to come move.
Nice.
Shout out
so-
Zencarta.
So that's how you got out here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How'd you meet like young Solomon and get connected with like everybody out here?
Yeah, I was working at Chipotle, and so I mean,
Nice.
let's start with the young
Serving up
Solomon,
that,
yeah.
you hooked on with the extra guac.
Dude, hey,
yeah,
I know
ain't
it's
gonna
just
lie, dude.
expensive, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
I didn't
dude.
even work
Sometimes
line. I didn't even work line. I was working.
He's like,
I was,
shit.
I was doing prep in the back,
Yeah, you're whipping it up in the back.
chopping
Like
onions,
whipping
bell
up with- Of
peppers, and
course,
lettuce.
dude,
You
they
never
only
just, like-
want they only want the white people in the front. Dude. They only want the white people.
They
in the
never
front.
you never just like slink
Yeah.
up avocados
They
in your
keep-
backpack. These motherfuckers, tax these
they-
motherfuckers, you know? The avocados are
Right.
expensive.
Bro,
They
have you
are,
ever
bro.
noticed how they keep all the light skinned people in the front? Like even
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
light skinned Mexican, they keep them in. They keep it. But if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dark skinned or anything, they
They
keep you in
have
the back.
they have
I
one of those
see it.
color palette
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Like, ooh,
Yeah.
no, nope,
Yeah,
that's in the
exactly.
back. You know,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
shade
yeah.
too dark. You better start hanging out in the shade, my guy.
Mm.
We're just fucking around. There.
No, yeah, I feel
This is
you,
what
bro.
we
That's
are.
what's
No,
good.
but
That's
there
good.
is-
I love
there's
it. I love
definitely-
it.
there's
I
definitely-
love
There
it.
is different. There's definitely like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, dude. Like I've walked into like Chipotle and it's always like light skinned
Oh,
people
yeah.
in the front, dude. It's
Mhm.
never like
Dude,
a dark
yeah.
skinned person in the front.
There's like
dude.
a there's
Yeah.
like
or they
that-
might have like their token black dude.
yeah,
They might have the token
They
black
have,
dude.
they have to have them because
Yeah.
because of fucking
Yeah.
just because of the whole system of.
But
like,
it's a might. It's
yeah.
a might.
Uh,
It's a might. They might
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Them. They might have.
But if they usually have one black dude, they usually put him in the front because they're like,
Yeah.
no, we need to make sure that we're like equal opportunity.
But
you know?
but if they don't have a black dude, they have an Asian dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes it
True.
sound any better. I just chose to work in the back.
Yeah, dude.
Just because, like, I just like fuck talking. I didn't like talk. I just was like, I feel like at that time in my life, I was very like not open, but like I feel like it slowly like opened up me into like a shell type shit. That and being a barista.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
To be honest, I usually look for positions I don't have
Hey,
to.
they
Like,
were probably hella mad you chose the back then.
Right.
They were probably like, "Fuck, we
Like
lost
they
our
loved
one
my
fucking
personality, but like I
black
couldn't like be in the front. Never.
Fuck.
I never worked a shift in the front. I was like only prep, and like I was like peak like vegan at the time too. So it was like I was like I'm
You're
not
peak what?
vegan, like hella like verbal about it on like social media and shit like that. And so I was
you were
just
hella
like,
social active, dude.
yeah.
Damn.
But
Do
then
you
like
meet
it-
now?
But you were preparing carnitas.
nah,
and chicken,
so
nah?
I
So you
wouldn't.
touch
I
it?
would tell not exactly.
No?
They
Oh,
try
that's
to
hella
get me to
funny.
work on the ground. I'd be like, nah, dog, that's my barrier.
Really?
They're like, for sure, just focus
They
on it.
respected it.
They did.
Yeah.
I
That's
got blessed.
alright,
With the people I was
respect
with.
to that.
Shout out to
Not
Chipotle.
too bad.
bro.
All right,
Shout out to Chipotle.
all right, man. You got some.
Sorry
fucking
for
PC
hating on
points.
you guys. Sorry
all
for
right,
hating
all
on
right,
you
man.
guys.
Just give me a discount. Give us a
Yeah.
free burrito each. We'll
Yeah,
call it.
hey,
We'll call it
support,
fair.
even.
support the podcast, and then we'll call it even. You know, support your one beans because you guys got beans on there. You know,
Yeah.
support
Yes, sir,
support the
man.
Bean podcast.
Yeah,
You guys got beans. All right. Anyways, back to
Yeah,
you, dude.
through there, I met a man's named Ian, and he would notice that I would like go out and like smoke on my breaks and shit, and he was like, "You should come over to my homie's house." And that homie was Cass, and through Cass, you know, we got to know each other, bonded over the music. We kind of just had like the same end goal, like all around, and just like I guess building unity, you know what I mean, on whatever level that means for us. And so, running down the line a little bit later, it's like a 420 party. And he
You want a
invited.
smoke, by the way, or you good?
I got a spliff. I'm down to spark up.
Just go.
In
Yeah,
a-
whenever you'd like.
for
yeah,
sure,
whenever.
for sure.
So you met up with your homie Cass.
Yeah, at the 420 party, he invited a couple artists out, and that's kind of where I'm tapped into Morel and Unspoken for the first time. I guess before that too, we were kicking it with Teru on a light level. Him and Zencardo were really tight, and then we all kind of started like connecting after that party, and like it was like right before summer hit, and then in that summer we were living in the Annadelle apartments next to Cottontown Mall, and we were in the garage making music like every day.
Oh shit! I lived in those apartments.
Oh yeah,
The Antidote apartments. that's
What year?
Cannontown
What
Mall.
year?
I was there in like 2017.
okay, yeah, that might have been
Damn, dude.
right around there.
Me and my roommate were doing acid at
Hell
that
yeah.
time. Dude,
You guys were
in the
doing a
fucking-
protein powder and acid.
We were doing fucking protein powder and acid, dude. We were fucking. I remember one time we rented out that fucking little like what is it? The little
Like the rec center.
yeah, the rec center. We just had a hella homies come over and like we grilled. That we had a homie like do some salmon with like fucking just fucking because he was a fucking
Sam with some man milk.
yeah, dude, just like hella professional like chef, like make it. We grilled some meats. He brought some snake jerky. We ate some snake jerky, dude.
Snake jerky.
Yeah, dude. We fucking jumped in the pool, dude, and we fucking did
That little
acid.
man eating snake jerky. Will
Did
make you jump
acid in the
pool,
fucking
dude.
yeah, dude. That shit was crazy.
There's always
Sounds
acid
like a good
included.
time.
There was acid included.
There's always
yeah.
acid. You know, snake jerky,
yeah,
acid, you know,
like the
salmon,
normal
you know,
shit,
basic
yeah.
fucking guy shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basic
yeah.
normal party shit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit was
Nice,
dope.
nice.
Small
Yeah.
world.
So
small
you were
world.
living there?
Yeah,
around
man.
that time?
Right around that time too.
That shit was
And,
hella expensive, dude.
Yeah, took a hit for sure.
Yeah.
Any of most apartments are here, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went through that path and ended up meeting with all them folks, and then you guys got arranged, and then
And then like we just kind of like started linking. We were like, yo, let's make music together. Yo, let's start doing shows. Yo, let's like be a collective. Like, and then it all kind of like started setting into stone.
yeah.
But
Hell yeah, dude, that's
with
dope.
Young Solomon, we met at the juice bar I was working at. I was working at Juice on the Square. Shout out Juice on the Square.
You ever went to?
Nah, here in right next to Cottontown Mall too,
I
kind
know
of
where
next to right next to Fog Belt Brewery.
yeah, I used to go to fucking Fog Bell for my lunch.
Okay,
like,
for
I
sure.
would, so I used to work like graveyards, and so I would like get off at like fucking 5:30 or 7 in the morning, and then I would like just stay up till like 11, and then just go drink at my lunch, like during lunch at Fog Bell, get all faded.
Yes.
Go sleep until fucking 8 o'clock and then go to work. You know?
Vibes.
Yeah, dude, that shit was hella vibing. I was hella vibing, dude. I would walk home hella fucked up, just fucking leaning against it, like you know, like that little. I would walk down like where Fog Bell was, and then like take the right,
Mhm.
and then just You'd be like right there at Annandale Apartments, dude. It'd be lit. It'd be hella lit. I miss that.
Nice.
I miss that. I miss that. But sorry, dude. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good, man. No,
Yeah.
you're good. It's all free space, open space.
Yeah.
Met Young Solomon at Juice on the Square. Just kind of connected, and he'd always like bless his hip jar and like have good conversations. And he'd tell me like he was doing music, and one time he was hosting a pop-up at Ocean Beach. This was like 2020, towards the end of 2020, maybe like October. And that's where we connected for the first time, like on some music vibe.
Yeah.
And then since then we've been kind of working together. He's been hosting lots of events, and
the guy puts on hella dope shows.
Yeah, honestly, I think I first saw you in the Oakland show.
Okay,
The
yeah.
one,
I remember that. The
We're
skate
out.
rink.
Little Lake Merritt.
Yeah,
show.
for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, I was a fan, dude. I fuck with your music. Hell,
Appreciate that, man.
I'm a big fan, dude. I'm a big fan for sure.
You have a favorite song?
Shit. I have to go to my Spotify, dude. I don't look at the songs. I literally would just go on it like
Man, are you pandering, dude?
pandering.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would like this is because I have like hour drives home. So what I would do is just like go on like artist profile. Like I would go on like Sophia's and just play like shuffle on her music, you know, and like I wouldn't even like look at the names or whatever. But like Sophia, I'm a fan of Sophia. I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of Nico. Like Nico. Like I'm a huge fan of Nico. A huge fan of you. Like I remember like listening to your music. It's hella hype. Like it's hella hype. Like so it's like dope, you know. Like especially because like I have like hour drives, like commutes to work and shit. So it's like definitely like I'm a fan, dude. Definitely a fan of your music. I think you have a song. Now that I remember, I think you have a song like Gold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like an exclamation point. Yeah, see, like I'm a fan.
Like he knows.
Like yeah, exactly.
He searched up on Spotify before he showed up.
Yeah, a couple times. I think like if I look at my Spotify right now, you'd probably be on like my most recent playlist.
Nice.
Word.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no.
Love.
When I bumped into you at the 420 show, I think I let you know. I was like, oh yeah, I'll let you know that you had yourself your own niche of because you have a certain tone and like energy of your live presence during your music compared to most of your. Not even that like it's just you stand out like as far as energy levels, like because it's like he said, it's a hype level, you know. Though a lot of other people who are playing near you have like they're super dope vibe too, super talented. Everybody has their own talent, but yours has just like that mosh pit style, that mosh pit
Exactly,
vibe, you know?
dude. It's definitely.
Yeah. And then I come from a fucking like metal background, so I'm like,
No
yeah,
way.
like that
Okay.
hard shit, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That's my favorite. Like, it's not always been the music that I've created, but it's definitely like my favorite type to create and perform for sure. Just because of like the energy that it brings and that it reflects back. Exactly.
Yeah, the way it
exactly.
reciprocates. Yeah.
It's
I
beautiful.
bet it's definitely hella dope to like look in the crowd and just see someone hella headbang into your music, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet
It's
that
great.
that hypes you up hella like
It does.
hard, dude.
I see
like,
that and it makes me want to go 10 times harder, and then they're
Exactly.
gonna feed it back, and it's just
for
it's
sure.
like super
Yeah,
powerful.
dude, fuck.
Yeah,
Just like
'cause-
when you're doing stand up and then like someone like you get the whole crowd to laugh at your joke and then you're just fucking like honestly I freeze when that shit happens, dude. I don't know if you freeze. Do you freeze? Like
I haven't found myself freezing too often.
when I like hit a joke and it like hits harder than I expected it to, like I'm first like fuck. Like how do I
Like not even step it
like,
up or
yeah, like how do I step this shit up, dude?
I
Like
see.
what the fuck? You know, but like I don't know. I feel like music it's like easier, but like yeah, for like stand up comedy, it's just
Stand-up
like,
comedy is
that,
hard,
like,
man.
If that shit happens, you're just like that's why
Yeah.
I freeze. I'm just like fuck.
Yeah, no,
to do.
that is a good
I
feeling
feel
though
that.
when there's a crowd response though. you know?
Yeah, a huge.
Because I feel like I would say 75% of it, there's not that much crowd response, like just out of nature, you know, because like there's so many shows until you like get big, right? Then like there's hella crowds,
Right.
But in the beginning, it's just so much like a couple of people there, and like you know, people always like bob their heads, but then when it's like an actual crowd, you're like oh shit, you can see like an actual wave of fucking of people like oh this is dope, you know, it's
Yeah.
a different response.
like when you guys were doing the pop up shows, like how many people were like not vibing with your shit? Like how many people were like, what the fuck are these?
Because you guys went to
like,
different states and everybody
Yeah.
has different listening styles.
Exactly.
And then,
Yeah.
like, you guys' vibe is very, very West Coast for sure.
For sure.
For
Like
sure, you know.
as we got more into the mid, like I remember we played in front of the Cardinals game. I don't remember what state that.
You guys started wearing
city
cowboy hats
represents,
during
but-
your sets. You're like square dancing in the middle of your, but still like hella
Right.
trapped.
just blending in.
Yeah.
But like it was definitely for some people that were like definitely stiff, a little more stiff. But like
Yeah.
at that point you're just kind of like still just sending them up on the microphone, and like at the end of the day you do still get like the one or two people that were like, yo, that was tight, like thank you for being here, you know, and that makes a full difference. But you definitely got to read the room, and like you change your song playlist, you know what I mean, or your set list on the environment. At least for sure we all did. Just kind of read the room, and
you have to learn how to, right?
Definitely as we drew more mid, and then like I feel like it was dull until we hit Chicago, I'd say. Yeah. Chicago showed a lot of love.
Oh, for real?
A lot of love. Nice. Grant Park, shout out Grant Park, and everybody we met there that day. That was a beautiful experience, and just like natural energy reciprocation. But.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I would imagine like it's definitely gonna be like trial and error through different cities, especially also like not even just different cities, but different like seasons of the year. You know, more people are visiting, more people are like indoors, more people are outdoors. Like, but you guys left. What you guys started in last month, right?
Yeah, I think we left around like end of February.
Nah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah.
So you guys were traveling.
I'm sorry. No.
Wait, no. I was like, dude, because I was like, wait. I was like, no, you guys left in April.
I'm tripping, bro. Yeah,
I was like, wait, you guys been around 3 months.
My mind's somewhere else. Yeah, end of April. I'm tripping.
No, but you just got back yesterday, right?
Yeah.
No, we got back. Me and Mason Brooks cut quick, and we went from Chicago to Sonoma County in under 48 hours, and I think we were back on like the 17th or 18th.
Yeah.
So you came back quick.
Back quick. I was like, we could have taken our time on the way back and like maybe done some more pop-ups, but at that point I was
kind of burnt.
Yeah, it was like first experience, and I was like, I was feeling it, but like
you get burnt after a while. It just comes
naturally.
Especially because like you guys like probably aren't gonna like you aren't going to the normal bed that you usually sleep at. You're not having a full ass shower.
Yeah.
You got that stank ass starting to go. You know, and then like. You fucking haven't been eating the food you probably normally eat. You know,
you're tired of the people you've been around. For like
eventually, you just like everybody needs their own private space. You know,
I'm big on like solo isolation time. And solo time for sure. Naturally,
my
happy space.
Yeah,
so that definitely was different for you. Definitely a learning experience for like people you want to take on the road with you, right?
Like, yeah, it was like. I think there was no problem with anybody that like I think it was great vibes with everybody that was there. But like I feel like at the end of the day, like I could be with everybody that I need to be, but as long as I like find that time to like center myself and be alone.
Exactly. I mean, like I'm not saying like you were tired of anybody around you, but like it like taught you like the type of vibes you want to carry with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like it also taught you like the type of like not only the type of vibes, but like also like the alone time, like it taught you how to appreciate the alone time you feel when like after a show, you know, like after like a close by show where you can like go perform, be hella hard, and then go back and like meditate or like do whatever, like to like center yourself back, you know, and that's definitely a learning experience. Yeah, definitely a great learning experience.
Come back, you appreciate everything a little different.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. You guys hit a bunch of states. Fucking, was your first tour you did?
First tour, dreams come true.
What would you say? What would you say? Like the top 3 things that you pulled out of it from is.
I got friends in states I've never been to now. You know, so networking and connections on a new level. Definitely like the performance practice was priceless. Just being able to like do that daily or damn near every day.
Yeah.
I think we had a total of like 26 performances throughout the 2.5-3 weeks.
That's good. That's damn good, man.
And I guess just like the whole experience itself was like bracing me or like getting me ready for like the next level of like my life that I feel like I'm on the cusp of, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope, man.
I got a fortune cookie today that was just like. Now was a time for you to like travel abroad like you've always wanted to or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
oh shit!
Stuff like that was pretty fitting.
Traveling is fucking. Well, you just did some traveling and like international is about to open up.
Exactly.
So. Right?
Ironically enough, like I promoted this EP and I promoted this post on Instagram for like a single that I put out called Trunk, and I tapped into a couple different countries. And I got the most love from like anywhere I promoted it, including like everywhere. I wouldn't say here in Sonoma County, like in California, but all the countries that I tested out, I got a lot of love in Russia.
No,
You know what I mean? So I feel
we
like
got random ass love for some reason
in
Brazil.
dude.
Yeah.
We ended up on like 98th on like the charts.
wow.
Like for
Podcasts.
some reason in Brazil, we're like, I don't know any Brazilian people.
We've never promoted in Brazil. We've never done anything in Brazil. Like,
I think
it was
we
just
were
hella
like
random.
random. I think one time we just signed up for like a free like promotion on like a random ass like website for podcasters, and then like I just threw it in our thing, and then like within like a couple of weeks we were like, yeah, like you guys actually have like 98th in Brazil. I'm like okay,
Going
cool.
up,
Like
going
all
up,
right,
going up.
for sure. Like all right, I
Yeah,
guess we gotta move to
yeah.
Brazil. Yeah.
yeah, I guess we got.
I don't know what we're doing right there, but yeah, super random. Yeah, it's crazy how like different parts of the world you never would predict.
But the thing I feel like a lot of like Slovakian, like a lot of Russian, like people like that type of like headbang music. So I feel like that's why you were
They like the hard shit. Yeah.
yeah, they like that hard shit, you know. So
Word.
like, so that maybe that's why you were like
Well, like, you know,
popping off out there. Maybe you got to do a tour out there, dude.
I do, man.
Yeah, man, like-
I'm manifesting it for sure.
Maybe start off in like Russia and then go to Ukraine and then like go to fucking like
Go to Vladimir Putin's fucking backyard.
Exactly. Go to his fucking palace, dude, and perform with him, and then ask him to like perform with tigers, and then make a music video with tigers and shit.
Riding on the
Yeah.
back of a horse.
Exactly, dude. Fucking, he probably has a dragon in his fucking castle, dude. Right
It's
on the
heavy.
back of a dragon, dude. I don't know, dude. Putin's crazy, dude.
The
Putin-
limits are fucking limitless. Right?
Exactly, dude. Maybe Putin's listening to your music. Maybe that's why you're
Right.
popping off out there, dude. Maybe he's out there fucking before he goes out and kills his fucking political enemies. He's listening to your
He's
music.
bumping.
Yeah, he's bumping
Yeah.
gold.
One of our most recent guests went to North Korea.
Really?
Exactly.
Oh, it's South Korea. Sorry,
Yeah,
but it sounded cool saying North
Yeah.
Korea.
I'm just fucking.
Anyways,
wild.
man, yeah, back to we're just shooting for the stars here at this point.
At
Always.
this point, we're shooting big. We're shooting fucking loads. We're
Yeah.
shooting loads everywhere.
Big loads,
Fucking
dude.
big loads.
Big success loads, dude.
Big success loads, dude.
That's
Loads
right,
of
dude.
success.
So,
Oh, yeah.
man, you're obviously a big fan of the universe and how it works, dude. So when did you open it up yourself to all this different fascination of? It's pretty much, it is like an ulterior mindset, like how, according to how most people operate, you know,
Mhm.
just generally being like, I'd rather look onto this side of the universe versus the other side. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
When did you kind of start diving into that stuff?
I think I was probably around the same age, like 18, 19. And I was moving out of a house in Vegas, and book quite literally like kind of like fell into my lap. You know, it was like called The Wheels of Life. And it was
The house was called that?
no, the book.
Oh, my bad.
No, yeah, it was like we were moving
I was like,
out
you
of the
went to
house.
rehab or
We were
something?
taking-
Like, the Wheels of Life sounds like a rehab. Yeah.
Yeah, like moving out, kind of just like fiddling around with things, and it like
Yeah.
fell out of where it was, and it was called Wheels of Life, and it was a book on like chakras and how to open them up with like different yoga poses. So like talk about the first chakra, exactly. They have the first chakra book and talk about the root, kind of give you the download on the root, and then show you yoga poses on how to like open your root and balance your root, and
Interesting,
then move
okay.
on to the next. And then I feel like that really like that book taught me, or like reminded me, let's say, like that the chakras are the same colors as like the rainbow, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that's when I was just like, whoa, what's going on here? And then kind of like sought to seek more, you know?
That hella
Okay,
reminds
after
me of
that.
like the Eighth Gates.
Eighth
I don't-
Gates, haven't
like
heard of it.
Naruto.
No.
You don't watch.
Nothing,
You don't watch anime.
I have. I've seen a couple animes like Sword Art Online, the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one, or like Magi. Yu-Gi-Oh was always a fan favorite,
Oh.
you know, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
dude.
too
like,
deep
Send
in
that
like
ass
the
to the
current.
fucking shadow
But like
realm,
in
dude.
like shout out to those anime nerds out there. But like in Naruto, they had these things where like they open the gates in your body, and it's like opening up the eighth gates, and it's like where you become like the most powerful, and like you could literally like take on anyone, or like take on the world when you open your eighth gates, you know. But the thing is like super taxing on your body. That just sounded like something like that was what.
How many?
sure,
How many?
for
There's,
sure.
like, there's 6 chakra
There's
points.
eighth gates.
There's
Wait,
8
wait,
gates,
eight-
7
yeah.
chakras, and
Oh,
like
7,
the
right.
standard.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
7, yeah,
I bet there's. I feel like there's infinite. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no limit to chakras or no limit to
Yeah.
like the zodiac and stuff like that. I feel like at the end of the day, like you are everything, you know. But like in the system that's taught, the chakra system that's that in that book,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you got the root, which is the color red. You got the sacral chakra, which is the color orange. You got the solar plexus, which is the color yellow. Heart chakra, which is green. You got the throat chakra, which is blue, and then you got the third eye chakra, which is purple, and then your crown chakra, which is pink or white, depending on whatever.
That's crazy because it's like
pretty accurate. I mean, according to this picture, it's
yeah, because like in the 8 gates it says like the 8 gates are the 8 specific points on a person's chakra pathway system. They limit the overflow of chakra within a person's body. The basis for the idea of chakra gates come from the body's limits on the functions within. This makes the body much weaker, but it keeps the body from expiring soon. So like, it feels like the person that wrote Naruto, fucking I forgot his name, definitely took inspiration from the fucking chakra points to like create that 8th gate and like.
I feel like the 8th gate could be just like the potential to like tap and like flip the 8 sideways, you know,
yeah,
your infinite potential, you know.
Exactly. That's the one where you just like break through everything and you're just like at top tier, like top human level. You fucking can break down barriers, break down walls, and do fucking crazy ass shit. Damn.
Absolutely, man. So that book came down, and then you came across that book, and then from there, where did it go, man?
I believe it went to.
Did you take DMT?
I have taken DMT.
I love DMT.
I've taken DMT a couple times. The most prominent time was the first time, and I was working on another trim mountain out in Santa Cruz, and I met a friend, and she knew somebody who lived close by, and we went over to his space one day after work, and it was super cool. She like did this like bird call into like the middle of nowhere, and then like we got one back and just like followed it, and then just like this man we met just like chopping wood, doing this thing, and then it was like her homie, and like we started talking, bonded, talked about what our intentions were, and then went over to like another like empty space in the woods, laid a blanket down, and I took the hit, and I remember laying down and looking at the sky, and the clouds shifted into like, felt like Egyptian women in gold, and as I was looking at them, like I closed my eyes and it felt like they embodied me. And then at that point, I'm like, feels like I'm in like a dark red like capsule or like womb of sorts, and it feels like I'm like moving down a conveyor belt, like like I'm like moving down this tunnel, like
yeah.
And I could see like shadows kind of like walking past, and as like I focus more on them, they would pay more attention to me, and for a little bit, I'm like, I could also see like humanoid figurines like in dark red, like all around, kind of like moving like clockwork.
Yeah.
But as I'm paying attention to the shadows, like it opens up and I'm like exposed to like pure whiteness and like a touch on my cheek at the same time. And the message I perceived from the touch was that everything's okay. We're all here for you. It's going to be okay. And then from that point, my like consciousness is dragged down to like the center of the earth, and my heart's projecting out. And like not my heart's like as if like like my heart chakra was like projecting like a light out, and it was like a picture, almost like a silhouette of like a family picture, and it was like felt like what was like all these like people like waiting for me to like complete the projection so that like I could like greet them. But there was an airplane in the sky where we were, and like I started like hearing it moving, and it kind of pulled me out of my vision. And I guess the best way I could explain it was that in the time where I should have been like senseless, I was like sensing, and so it kind of pulled me out.
Yeah.
And
you were like a conscious aware outside of your consciousness.
Exactly.
I feel like with like DMT, like every time you're gonna reach that point where you find the answer you're looking for, you get pulled out. Mm-hmm. Something pulls you out. Yeah. Every single time. Dude, it happens to me every time.
It's probably the ego, right?
It's not. I think it's like the fact that you're not dead.
The fact that that last step.
I think it's the fact that you're not dead.
Yeah.
Because DMT is that.
That life and death molecule.
It is like when you like your body releases it when you're born and when you die, right?
And when you dream.
And when you dream. And but like that moment when you're gonna find the answers you've been like searching for, like it takes it away from you, but it's because it's like you're not here yet. It's not time. It's not.
It can't be that easy, man.
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
You got it through more trials and tribulations.
You're not ready. It's like you're not ready. You got to go through life a little bit more.
Yeah.
And damn, dude, like that DMT, DMT is crazy.
Yes, it
That's
is.
fucking
Mystical.
mystical. Yeah, dude. It's fucking
Mystical
like
misfit, dude.
Yeah,
I got it right.
and like the first time I
Jesus Christ, we love you, God. Jesus Christ, I love you, God.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Love you
All
guys.
right, man. Whichever God
every
you look up to.
every trip is crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, dude.
No, yeah, it's a trip, man. And so you grew up in Las Vegas, man. How was the lifestyle out there? Like, how'd you grow up? What was your fucking background of that?
Very, very. You know, my my pops split when I was like 7. Raised by like a single mom for the most part. Visited my dad's on weekends, on and off for a little bit after that, but then he moved to California.
This is a good formula for an artist, man. There has to be trauma and pain.
Right, no
For
doubt.
most artists, you know, I mean, it sounds fucked up.
No,
If you think about it,
it's real.
like most good artists, you got a little trauma and a little pain in there to fuel that fucking rocket, that creativity rocket, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's also a choice too, to like use it to like fuel, or as like Maggot Brain says, and or as Funkadelic says in Maggot Brain, it's just like you rise above it or drown in your own shit, you know. Type.
Man.
So like parents split, raised by a single mom for the most part. Grew up in a creative arts elementary school, Gilbert Elementary School, Las Vegas, Nevada. There's like in like different plays, a couple different plays. I did like a opera in like 4th grade.
You drama kid?
Yeah, like it's kind of like creative arts, and like so how they orchestrated it was like you got like different classrooms in the same age group, and they all like some kids will act, and then once the kids are done acting, like the class will rotate and then go play the instruments that they're playing during the next scene. You know what I mean? While the next class is doing the performance, and then you got another class like singing the songs in the chorus, and then everyone kind of like switches positions and like gets the play done. And then they would have like jump rope for hearts and stuff like that, different kinds of art classes and music classes and stuff like that. But
So
that kind of
yeah. So like some drama and like some arts types, and then like there had to be a point where like something fucked up might have happened that kind of led you to
pursue music.
Yeah. Usually there's something because it makes you want to express yourself.
Like
Unless you were like
I
walking
feel
on
like
sunshine,
I
you're
remember
like, I want to make music. So I'm so
my
happy.
mom did a great job at like I feel like keeping us from like the negativity of the world. I feel like I was pretty like innocent to a certain age. Like I played a lot of video games, you know, like I knew a lot of kids that like at the same point of me were like I wasn't smoking weed till I was in like high school, like but I knew a lot of kids that were doing a bunch of shit that I didn't even think about doing because I was like playing World of Warcraft and jacking off, you know what I mean? Like
That's a good path. Good path.
So
That's
it's
a
like
great path.
The enlightened path. The path to enlightenment. Yeah.
and like after the music, there've been like there was this experience where I had I got arrested on psilocybin mushrooms. That's for sure like something that shook me up and kind of like made me like readapt my scenario and like focus in. I was just like using psychedelics for the wrong reasons, and in this in particular situation, I was like mad. I was like making music, and I was just like, oh, why haven't I blown up yet? Why aren't I doing what I'm doing yet? You know what I mean? And just like, all right, let's use the mushrooms and like let's run away from this when, you know, and this it's gonna bring everything that you're trying to run from to your face. And so
Oh yeah.
I was fasted, soaked them in lemon juice, and just like downed them, and I was like, let's do it. And I was like listening to beats with my brother, and there was like an Alan Watts quote that came up, and I feel like this is kind of like what triggered like the thought process of me walking out of the house. It was like a person who thinks all the time can't live in anything but thought. It lives in a world of illusion because he's like cluttered with thoughts. You know what I mean? You don't be able to like center yourself, I guess, is the root of the quote. Shout out Alan Watts.
Hell yeah, for sure.
The quote spun me, I guess, out into, I don't remember walking out the house, but I guess I walked out the house, and I was found by my parents, or my mom, excuse me, and my brother. This is in the Annandale apartment complex.
Oh shit!
By the way, so it was like, they walked to the like near the dog park and like saw my clothes on the floor,
Oh shit!
and they
You
were
got
like,
naked?
oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ass naked already. They imagined, and then they heard like yelling and commotion around the corner. Went and seen what was up, and like cops were already pulled up, and I was getting pulled out of the back of somebody else's car,
Oh
Oh,
shit,
that's
naked,
terrible.
bleeding, screaming.
You're playing
like,
Naked Frogger,
disassociated
dude.
from
Yeah, you're playing
reality.
fucking Naked Frogger.
Like the cops in the cop report, the cops wrote down like he thought I was off bath salts. You know what I mean? Like
Dude, that's terrible.
that was how I was reacting, and so locked up. Kind of just had to face that, and like that was real where I was like sat down with myself. I was like, am I gonna like get all this shit done that I had to? I had to do like 100 hours of community service, outpatient classes twice a week for 6 months, and then
That was straightening you out, man.
11 racks in restitution fees.
Oh, shit.
So it was like,
That was the first place I did acid, dude, in Los Angeles apartments.
oh yeah, it's kind
Except I
of
never walked out of my apartment.
ass naked.
Yeah,
Ass
like
naked.
that.
yeah, I walked back right. I went outside to say bye to like my cousin and everybody. Walked my ass back inside my apartment and laid in my room and stared at the wall for fucking.
There you go.
8 hours.
That's the right way to do it.
Shit, man. Well, yeah, those kinds of like life events definitely will straighten you out.
Mhm.
It'll have you looking at shit different for sure.
Yeah, it's like if I didn't get one of those things done, it's like, all right, reprimanded in custody, or like,
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
absolutely, man. So after that fucking point, you're like, yep, I need to do something else. in my
Shaped
life.
up, and like, you know, ironically, like my brother pointed out something after, like, not after it was like immediately after, like right out I got out of jail, like for the 12-hour holding period I was in there for. I went like right to video games afterwards, but I was just like, I guess he came to me in like a point of like disappointment. He's like, oh bro, I thought something like that like would make you like want to
Yeah,
do music
yeah.
even more, but it was like I kind of like shut myself out
Yeah.
for like the whole time I needed to like get all that work done.
Yeah.
And then like kind of gave me a renowned focus, come back
Yeah.
stronger, different, better, harder, faster. What is it, Kanye song, you know?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
But yeah, that definitely shifted me. And then definitely like love and growing out of a relationship was another traumatic experience, which
Absolutely.
I feel like the jail experience didn't make as much, I didn't make much music about that scenario. But like when I got my heart broken, that was like something I ran to music and like made 3 songs and like
immediately
type shit, and like needed to let that
Heartbreak
out.
will do it, man.
Music was your
Heartbreak will do it.
escape, dude.
Heartbreaks and 808s.
Anyways,
Sorry.
heartbreaks and 808s.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's dope though. That's dope, man. So that shit happened, but like, what kind of kid were you back then? Were you like dressing the same, or were you all squared up?
Were you always a misfit?
Nah, I was definitely shy, more introverted to myself. Like, I guess I was always like following somebody. Didn't really have a voice for myself, or like, and a voice is in like whether it's like what I'm choosing to wear, or like,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I knew what I liked, but I guess I didn't really know what it was. You know what I mean? Like, I remember in particular, like freshman year, I was in student council, and like I didn't know I don't even know. I was wearing like Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
just kind of like reflecting the people around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, but I feel like it was really junior year when I started smoking weed. Yeah, honestly.
As soon as you hit the pipe, you're like, I need to go buy a different shirt.
type shit.
You're like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck
Start to
all
just
this.
like think my own thoughts.
After
and, like,
after you took that first like hit of weed, you just got
Yeah.
butt naked right there. You
You just got like, fuck it.
yeah, it's just like it wasn't even like your mushroom trip that was like triggered you getting naked. It was like it's just your natural like when you're high for the first time on whatever. Like
want to
that's
get naked.
you just get naked.
Free spirit, man.
Yeah,
no
free, you
judgment.
like yeah, exactly. You're
spirit.
just a free spirit.
Yeah.
You just don't like clothes. Maybe your place is a nudity beach. You know, maybe that's where you.
I could vibe at a nudity beach.
Yeah,
You could make like one of the first like full nude fucking
Concerts.
like concerts.
Yeah.
And it's like a wave of people just like fucking waving their dongs around in
Yeah,
like
dude.
Helicopter.
Yeah.
Trying to fly.
Just like
trying
they're
to
like we don't need fans. There's like a gust of wind. Fucking dreads are flying and shit from like so much fucking. All right, that's how. All
Helicopter.
right, so, before we get too more wild, this will start getting a little crazy.
Yeah,
Let's see
man.
our brains just go wild.
Absolutely. Man, you said you were a big fucking World of Warcraft
Gamer, man.
You're a
Yeah,
big
for
gamer?
sure. I was playing games, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, like World of Warcraft level, max level, every expansion. I started playing at like, what was it called? Wrath of the Lich King. That was the expansion I started up on.
I don't know any of those.
Yeah, for sure. I was a big PvPer, you know.
Oh yeah,
PvE wasn't really my vibe, but
man. I started right.
shout out all my rogues.
Burning Crusades.
Burning Crusade is the
yeah,
vibe. I
that's
had
when I started.
I had a level 70 twink with Warglaives.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Illidan.
dude. You get that game's the devil, man. That shit's harder to quit than like cigarettes.
I heard it was
Bruh,
like,
yeah, you're
I
out.
was reading something about like not World of Warcraft, but like League of Legends. Just
Love that game too.
It's like someone was saying like I hate that game, but I just can't stop. You know, like if people I hate the fact that they love that game so much, dude. You know,
It's got a pretty like wild card community. You either get like a group of like really dope people, or like it's like someone dies and like they leave the game, and you're like, okay, fuck. We lose.
Did you ever meet friends on that you actually met in real life?
Met in real life? I don't think so, but like Facebook friended and like been real close to on Instagram.
Yeah. I met this one dude who was like 10 years older than me at the time. He's probably like 30 something now, or like late 30s.
Word.
And he would just go on there and just like tell us about his fucking how horrible his life was, and like wouldn't even play anymore. He's like 20 levels down. I'm like, dude, you haven't even leveled up or gotten any of your PvP gear. And he's like, yeah, but hold on, listen to this thing though.
let me tell you how bad my life
is.
is.
Tell me about my stepmom, man. Like shit.
Hello, 35 years old living.
I've had a couple of people like that I met on there. They're like, yo, if it wasn't for this game, like I'd probably be like doing something way worse for myself.
Should have been on that hair on.
Yeah, hair on.
That fucking World of Warcraft is that $9.90. Wait, how much is it?
$15 a month, and then they do it like $30 subscriptions at like 7-Eleven that I was buying
At
all the time.
7-Eleven, they get you, dude.
I was walking hella miles at like 12.
Tell your mom like, hey, I need this.
Yeah, I need to
School.
like
Yeah,
copy
like,
some World of
yeah,
Warcraft. What's the World of Warcraft cards for?
For school.
How long you been clean off that, man?
Ooh, I think I stopped playing 2019 for the last time.
Oh, so 2 years clean.
Yeah, 2 years clean. Wow.
Nice. Yeah,
Video games are a drug, dude.
Word.
They are.
They are.
there's
I've been having a
Japanese-
craving for it recently, but like I gotta tell myself no because I'm a binger. You know what I mean? I'll get on there and I'll have to get everything new that you can. Then like before I could even think about leaving.
Dude, that's just so annoying too. Like it's like price points are hella high now, so you gotta spend hella money. You're just like, fuck.
all games are
But then
that
you-
too now.
But like you want it, you like
Right.
you feel like you need it.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
get
I'm
dude.
tempted to get on that Warzone. That shit looks fun.
It's fun.
That shit's hella fun. That shit's
When you have a
ridiculous.
group for sure.
Yeah,
That's what it is. You need
definitely,
homies for sure.
Yeah, because
Well, shit.
I used to hop on there by myself. I'm like, I play around, like I'm over it.
Yeah.
But when you got a group of homies and you're just talking shit, you're like, yeah, I can play a couple hours. Yeah.
Like right now, I'm only into like solo games, like single player games. You know. So
Yeah.
like that's the only thing I play right now because I enjoy a good story, and
Hell
like
yeah.
I don't feel like you don't get that like need to like come back like fucking tomorrow.
Just pick
like
it
an
up right
addict.
there.
Yeah,
An addict.
You can just pick
One
it
more
up.
level. One more level.
One more.
Exactly. You can like
One
pick
more
it
quest,
up.
dude. I just need like 500 more XP.
Exactly. You can just like pick it up, pay for like 30 minutes, drop it down, come back for like 3 hours later and play it again. You know, like, you don't have to worry about like
Very, very true, man.
needing the next level, needing the next like
Very
big
fucking
thing.
true, man.
So that's why I enjoy like single player games.
That's the way to do it. Speaking of solo missions, man, you've been on the solo mission on this career path. What's the next couple steps you want to take, like in the next 5 years, you'd say?
Real quick, I wouldn't even say solo mission. Like shout out Godly Untamable Youth. Shout out Universes All. Shout out Mind Over Money. We're just a fat hive mind of conscious individuals. I don't even like the word conscious individuals, but intentional individuals, just really passionate about what we do. But yeah, you said how long I've been on this path. It's been about 5 years now. I got a song called Abracadabra. I say, slowly speaking life into existence. Year 4. I've been lazy but persistent.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
That's dope.
There
I
you
like
go.
that. I like that, man. It's a
Okay.
dope vibe. So
Yeah.
5 years running, dude. Hopefully that shit's gonna keep running another times 10 of that, right?
Yeah, man, everlasting.
What's one of your like main things you want to do in life? So you got touring out of the way, but now obviously you want to like you have the next step you want to reach. What's the next precipice for you, man?
Like, I guess I'm thinking real end goal. Like at the end of like, I feel like music is a portal for me in the essence that like I'm gonna use it to generate like an environment in the tropics. I'm imagining, you know, to kind of like self-sustainable permaculture.
Okay, in the tropics.
Yeah, holistic healing, whether it's like food, Reiki, massage, hug healing, like talking about it, you know what I mean? Just kind of like grounding, like putting your feet in the water because you haven't, you know what I mean, in a long time. Like really just like reconnecting to nature, getting back in the flow of nature, creating the most like ideal space for people to come through, regenerate themselves inside and out to then kind of put themselves back into the world, let's call it, and kind of do that for themselves on however level they want.
Dope,
But kind of like a safe space for people to come through.
Like
heal.
a fucking spiritual retreat, pretty much, right? Yeah, I'd be dope as fuck, man. Those are just some good goals, something to like keep you happy for the rest of
Mango
your life.
trees, avocado trees.
What are you trying to do with that?
Every time I bump into this guy at a show, he's got a fucking box of mangoes. Dude.
Dude,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I came up to you and I asked you for a mango, dude. That shit was fire. Especially when you're high.
It increases the effect.
Exactly.
From what I've heard, yes.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, man.
Science.
Science.
What were you saying? What do I want to do with that though?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like it's almost like a
Where though?
where? Okay, yeah, where? I'm imagining. I've never been there, but like it takes traveling to scope out the space. But I imagine places like Costa Rica, Thailand, Maldives, Guyana, Mexico.
Yeah, because I feel it has to be like
for mangoes you need some kind of tropical.
Yeah,
right?
somewhere near the equator.
You're not gonna grow them in Texas. That's
definitely
for sure.
not. Definitely not.
It'd be cool to even have one here in Sonoma County. You know, kind of just create these little pockets of peace. You know, throughout where they're just like the intention's true on just like being in tune with nature in all aspects. You know,
I respect that, man.
What about like growing indoor mangoes? Like
Like a little mini mango tree,
yeah,
like 2-biters.
You know what I'm saying? Like indoor, like
Oh shit, some indoor.
create like big ass warehouses. You know,
as
like,
long as they still got seeds in them, I'll try it.
exactly, you know, exactly.
That would be
Like
pretty,
indoor-
a boneless fucking mango.
That'd be
As
kinda
cool
weird.
as it be, you know, it's like it don't feel right.
Yeah, it'd be weird. You'd have to have the bone. But like, you'd have to have the bone. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird as like, you know, because they can grow indoor weed, and it's like the dub is like the best weed.
You never know.
Maybe like indoor grapes, make indoor wine. You know what I'm saying? It's
Now
like
you getting
crazy
fancy.
ass wine. You
Getting
know,
fancy, man.
getting fancy on this bitch. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
like maybe like indoor mangoes, indoor.
That's the way to
indoor
go, man.
cherries, indoor fruits. You know,
Dude, so
maybe it like changes like the whole fruit game.
Fruit game.
that fruit game, dude.
game.
That fruit game.
Nice.
So what? We're wrapping up on the episode. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to put out? Any shout outs you want to do? Now's the time to do it.
TH3 Mystic Misfit, wherever you're searching, man. I just dropped an EP, Funk. Streaming on all platforms. Shout out my guys at Godly Ensemble Youth. Shout out Uni versus All. We got a summer show coming up, July 31st. Shout out you guys, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys holding the space.
Dude.
Yeah, first podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
First podcast. Hopefully this was enjoyable.
It was a great experience. Yeah, I'm
man.
fully lucid, man. This is just another dream, you know, coming true.
Oh yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah,
Thanks for
dude.
joining us. You were definitely a great time, dude.
Easy talk and comfortable
Oh, yeah.
talk and good experience, man, for sure,
Yeah.
dude. So
Love.
make sure you probably did already, but make sure they have your Instagram, your next release, and anything else you'd like to say.
Yeah, man. Appreciate anybody tuning in. This is TH3 Mystic Misfit.
Leave us with like one life lesson, you know, that you've learned throughout your life.
Mhm.
Something that like has definitely like shaped who you are today, you know?
Yeah.
They could be anything from like growth to like a small like idea you just had recently.
Yeah, I'm just like, I guess like mantras in the idea like that, like I look at my songs as mantras, and like when I write them, I'm very intentional with like how they're gonna like when I'm speaking them, how they're gonna like your words build your environment, so like how they're gonna build me. So like tuning in, visualizing, and executing what I truly want to create, and the more I am the more you are intentional with that, the more lucid life becomes, you know. So
fuck yeah, dude. On that
go all
note.
in, go all in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks, that's it, man. That's the
And
show.
with that, Joel,
All right,
drop
man.
your tag.
Dude, you can find me at Joel_2B1B. Manny, how about
And
you?
can find me at Manny_2B1B. And you guys give it a like, a
Subscribe.
share, subscribe.
Comment.
We're back.
Fucking,
I know we haven't dropped anything in like a month and a half, but we're
We
back.
just, actually, no, we just dropped one yesterday.
Oh yeah, we
Or
dropped
today.
one
Today.
last week. We dropped one last week because this comes out
Did you drop
Monday.
the episode today?
Yeah, this week. It comes out Monday. This last episode came out today,
Yeah.
but this episode comes out next week.
Monday. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying last week. Come
Yeah.
on, dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you're
Come on.
right. Oh shit, my
Come
bad. I wasn't thinking in
Come
the
on,
future.
dog. Come
The
on,
fucking
dog.
Neo Matrix was breaking my fucking
Man, dude.
bio dumb.
Thinking ahead.
All right, folks.